Hey everyone, Andy with Zone Offroad coming to you with 5 reasons why Zone Offroad is better than the competition. Number 1 reason, everything is designed, manufactured, packaged, and shipped right here in Coldwater, Michigan, USA. Whether it's the time invested by our engineering team here at our R&D facility or the quality of the product produced just down the road at our manufacturing facility, we take a lot of pride in the fact that our products are designed, tested, and built right here in the United States of America. Our competitors can't say that. Number 2 reason is construction and design. On my left, we've got a Zone Offroad radius arm, and on my right, we've got a competitor's radius arm. Let's take a look at some specifics about these and see what's different. 2 key design differences here are, one being the locating tabs on the competitor's radius arm. They're just not very aesthetically pleasing. And the second is the Zone logo on our Zone Offroad arms. We know that you're proud to have our product on your vehicle, and we want you to show it off. Now, one key design feature that we can see that is a major difference here is the bushing housing and how it's held into this radius arm. On the competitor's product, it is only held in by these 2 outside plates. Slight bit of gusseting here, but if we were to look through this little hole, you can actually see the bushing in there because there's no support inside of this for this bushing. When you look at the Zone Offroad arm, we've got a DOM tube that is welded and goes all the way through this arm and provides support for the bushing across the entire arm. On the Zone Offroad arm, we can see that we are welding 100% of the contact areas all the way around the bushing housing and then all the way up the arm, where the competitor is only welding approximately 50% of the contact areas. In front of me, we've got a pair of cross members, one being the Zone Offroad cross member and the other being a competitor's cross member. We come back to that stitch welding again. This cross member on my right is stitch welded, where the Zone Offroad is fully welded. 100% of the contact area is going to be welded. This is going to give you a lot stronger product and going to make it last a lot longer and take a beating. Another area that we are not looking to cut corners in is material thickness and amount of material used. If we take a look at the competitor's cross member here, we can see how thin the cross member material is compared to the thickness of the Zone cross member. The Zone cross member is also solid steel and not cut out like the competitor's cross member is. That's going to provide a lot more strength on the Zone product, and the competitor's cross member is just going to be weaker. Reason number 3 why Zone Offroad products are better than the competition: steering knuckles. Now, if we take a look at the Zone Offroad knuckle, we can see a substantial difference in the thickness of the neck of the steering knuckle. It is much beefier and much stronger than the competitors, which is a major factor when it comes to an IFS kit. Even on the backside, we can see that the Zone Offroad knuckle is just better. It is gusseted all the way down the neck of the knuckle. It's going to make it a lot stronger and just make it an overall better product. Another major factor when it comes to steering knuckles is geometry. When we're looking at tie rod position, when we're designing these kits, we're taking into account wheel sizes that customers really want to run. As you can see, the competitor's knuckle here has got a tie rod position that is lower and out closer to the wheel. This limits their wheel and tire fitment to generally 20-inch wheels. On the Zone Offroad knuckle, our tie rod position is optimized for better steering geometry and to give more wheel and tire fitment combinations. When we're talking about geometry on an IFS kit, an alignment is extremely important. All Zone Offroad products align within factory specifications. This means that if you need to get an alignment on your vehicle, you don't have to fumble around trying to figure out what the alignment specs are. You just know that it is going to align within factory specifications no matter what. Number 4 reason why Zone Offroad products are better than the competition is our strut spacers. When we're looking at an IFS kit and we're looking at a competitor's product, we're not just looking at it, we're actually installing it. One of the things that we noticed on this competitor's product is that these studs are pressed into the strut spacer with just a knurling. When we went to install this, what we ended up having happen was this stud ended up spinning, and it actually happened on all 3 studs in this strut spacer. So we had to physically weld it in order to keep it from spinning. We also wanted to make sure that this wasn't a one-off issue that we were just happening to have. So we went on the forums and on the internet and did some looking at other competitors and this competitor specifically, and we did find this to be a fairly common concern of customers. Zone Offroad products, we solve that very simply by already welding these studs in. And we're not using a knurled stud, we're using a grade 8 bolt that is welded into the strut spacer. The fifth reason why Zone Offroad products are better than the competition is our lift blocks. When we look at this competitor's rear lift block, this thing is a simple fabricated product that is stitch welded together and simply is not as strong as the Zone Offroad ductile iron lift block. We're also including a bump stop extension where necessary to prevent any issues with overcompression of your suspension. At the end of the day, there's many reasons why Zone Offroad products are better than the competition. These are just 5. We know that when you're shopping and looking for products for your vehicle that you want the best quality that you can get for the dollar that you're gonna spend. You're gonna find that at zoneoffroad.com. Let us know if you got any questions.